To get to Power Query, we can simply go to the Data tab and choose Get Data and select Launch Power Query Editor. And this will take us into the Power Query Editor. Now, to create a new query in Power Query, we can go to the new source, go to Other Sources, and choose Blank Query at the bottom. Then we can press the Advanced Editor. Let's remove this information. Now, what we want to do is we want to get the current month number. So this is the code. The forward slashes are the comments, so it just says current month number. The let statement allows us to generate the function. In this case, we're just using a formula. So we have source equals datetime dot date, datetime dot local now, and then we are returning back the current month number in the end keyword. We press done. It gives us 6 because we are in the month of June. So that's why we have 6 as our month number. Now I'm going to rename this query, and I'm going to call it current month number. So it shows up as our query name right here, current month number. Now let's try to get the current month name. So let's go back to the Home tab, choose New Source, Other Sources, Blank Query, go to the Advanced Editor, clear out this information. Now this will give us the current month name. Notice on the second line it says current month name. It says date dot month name. So it's going to convert the current date to a month name. You press done, and you can see here we get June, because June is the current month. I'm going to rename the query and call it current month name. So there it is there, and you can see we have the current month name identified at this query. Now let's see how we can get the current date. So let's go back to the Home tab, go to New Source, Other Sources, Blank Query, press Advanced Editor, clear out this information, and this is the code for the current date. Let's press done. You can see that it returns 6/1/2024 because that's the current date. I'm going to change the query name, call this current date. So we named it here, and it shows us the query name right there. Now let's see how we can get the first date of the current month. Just go back to the Home tab, go to New Source, Other Sources, Blank Query, click on Advanced Editor, clear out this information, and this code right here will give us the first date of the current month. So it should return 6/1/2024. Press done. You can see it shows us the current date, 6/1/2024. Rename this query, call it first date of current month. Now let's see how we can get the last date of the current month. Let's go to the Home tab, choose New Source, Other Sources, Blank Query, click on Advanced Editor, clear out this information, and this is the code that will return the last date of the current month. So we should get 6/30/2024. We press done. Sure enough, we get 6/30/2024. Let's rename the query, call it last date of current month. Now let's see how we can get the first date of the fiscal year. Let's go to the Home tab, choose New Source, Other Sources, Blank Query, press Advanced Editor, clear out this information, and this right here will give us the fiscal start date. So in the Marine Corps, the first date of the fiscal year always starts on October 1st of that year. So that's why we have 10/01 on that last line right there. We press done. It gives us 10/1/2023. And that is the first date of the fiscal year. So if today's date were 10/1/2024, it would show 10/1/2024 because that would be the first date of the fiscal year. But since we are in June 1st, 2024, it returns 10/1/2023 for October. Let's rename this query and call it first fiscal date. Now let's see how we can get the last date of the current fiscal year. Let's go back to the Home tab, choose New Source, Other Sources, Blank Query, click on Advanced Editor, clear out this information, and this right here will show us the fiscal year's end date. Notice at the last line, it says 9/30, because in the Marine Corps, every year, September 30th is the last date of the current fiscal year. We press done. it gives us 9/30/2024. And that's because today's date is June 1st, 2024. So we name the query and call it last date, last fiscal date. Now let's see how we can get the current year. So let's go back to the Home tab, click on New Source, Other Sources, Blank Query, click on Advanced Editor, clear out this information, and this will show us the current year. So we should get 2024. You press Done, and you'll see it returns 2024. So I'm going to rename the query and call it current year. Now let's see how we can get the first date of the current quarter. So go to the Home tab, go to New Source, Other Sources, Blank Query, press Advanced Editor, clear out this information, and this will show us the first date of the current quarter. So right now, today's date is June 1st, 2024. We press Done. It gives us the first date of the current quarter, which is April 1st, 2024. I'm going to rename the query, call it first date current quarter. The last query that we're going to create is we are trying to get the current quarter number. So let's go to the Home tab, go to New Source, Other Sources, Blank Query. Click on Advanced Editor, clear out this information, and this right here, we will return the current quarter number. So you can see the first two lines, we're just getting the current month. Then at the bottom there, we're doing an if statement. We're saying if the current month is 1, which is January, then the quarter will be 2. If the current month is 2, which is February, then the quarter number is 2. So our current month is 6, which is June. Then we should return back 3, because that's the current quarter. We press Done. Sure enough, we get 3 as our current quarter. So I'm going to rename the query and call it current quarter number.